Picture this. You are standing in the airport security line, shoes off, laptop out, belt in the bin, and you think you have done everything right. Then a security officer pulls aside your reusable water bottle and runs a swab along the inside of the lid. Not for explosives, not for drugs, for bacteria. If you have never seen this happen before, you are not alone. Most travelers have no idea this practice even exists, and the ones who do witness it are usually left confused, slightly offended, and wondering what on earth their water bottle has to do with national security. But the answer to that question is far more layered and fascinating than you might expect. It sits at the intersection of public health, biosecurity, and the evolving nature of modern threats that airports around the world are quietly preparing for. The liquid restrictions that most travelers are familiar with, the rule that limits containers to 100 milliliters, or approximately 3.4 ounces, were introduced after the 2006 transatlantic aircraft plot, where terrorists planned to use liquid explosives disguised as everyday beverages. That rule made sense to people. It was visible, it was logical, and it was easy to explain. But bacteria testing? That feels different. That feels personal. And that is exactly why it deserves a closer look. The shift toward biological threat detection in airports did not happen overnight. It has been a gradual evolution driven by a growing awareness that the most dangerous things a person can carry onto a plane are not always the ones that set off metal detectors. Biological agents, including certain strains of bacteria, have been recognized by intelligence agencies and public health organizations as potential tools for harm for decades. The concern is not that every traveler with a dirty water bottle is a bioterrorist. The concern is that airports are among the most densely connected nodes on the planet. Every single day, millions of people pass through these hubs, and anything carried within them, whether a virus, a bacterium, or a chemical compound, has the potential to travel across continents within hours. The World Health Organization has long flagged airports as critical control points for the spread of infectious disease, and the events of the early 2020s made that reality impossible to ignore. When security agencies began looking more seriously at biological threats, they realized that the same infrastructure used to screen for explosives and contraband could be adapted to detect biological anomalies. Swab testing, which was already widely used for explosive residue detection, turned out to be surprisingly effective at picking up biological material as well. The technology was already there. It just needed to be pointed in a new direction. So what exactly happens when a security officer swabs your water bottle? The swab itself is designed to collect trace amounts of material from surfaces, and when it is inserted into a detection device, that machine analyzes the sample for a range of compounds and biological markers. In the case of bacteria testing, the devices being used in some of the more advanced airport security systems are capable of detecting the presence of specific biological agents within seconds. These are not the kind of machines that tell you whether your bottle needs a wash. They are looking for something far more specific, namely the signatures of known biological threat agents, including certain spore-forming bacteria that have historically been weaponized or studied for their potential as bioweapons. The technology draws on a field called biosensing, which combines elements of chemistry, biology, and engineering to create rapid detection tools. Some of the most advanced systems use a method called polymerase chain reaction, which amplifies tiny fragments of deoxyribonucleic acid to identify specific organisms. Others rely on immunoassay technology, which works similarly to a pregnancy test but is calibrated to detect biological threat markers. The speed of these systems is remarkable. What once required a laboratory and several days of analysis can now be completed at a security checkpoint in under a minute. That speed is not just convenient. In an airport environment, it is absolutely essential. Here is where the story takes a turn that is less about terrorism and more about the unintended consequences of a well-meaning environmental movement. Over the past decade, the push to reduce single-use plastic has led to a massive increase in the use of reusable water bottles. This is genuinely good for the planet, but it has also created a new challenge for airport biosecurity. Reusable bottles, particularly those with complex lids, narrow necks, and insulated walls, are notoriously difficult to clean thoroughly. Studies have shown that the average reusable water bottle harbors significantly more bacteria than a toilet seat if it is not cleaned properly. The warm, moist interior of a bottle that has been sitting in a gym bag or a backpack for a few days is essentially a perfect incubator for microbial growth. Now, Most of that bacteria is completely harmless. But the issue is that from a security screening perspective, a bottle that tests positive for elevated bacterial presence raises a flag that needs to be investigated further. It is not an accusation. It is a data point. And in an environment where security personnel are trained to treat anomalies as potential threats until proven otherwise, that data point matters. The practical implication for travelers is straightforward. Clean your water bottle thoroughly before you travel. Pay particular attention to the lid, the seal, and any grooves or threads where bacteria tend to accumulate. A bottle brush and hot soapy water go a long way toward keeping both your health and your security screening experience uncomplicated. Bacteria testing at security checkpoints is just one piece of a much larger biosecurity architecture that has been quietly building in airports around the world. Thermal imaging cameras that can detect elevated body temperature have been in use since the severe acute respiratory syndrome outbreak in 2003. Air sampling systems that continuously monitor terminal environments for airborne pathogens are installed in several major international airports. Some airports have even begun experimenting with wastewater surveillance, analyzing the sewage systems beneath terminals to detect the presence of disease markers before they manifest in the traveling population. All of these systems share a common philosophy, which is that the best time to stop a biological threat is before it gets on a plane. Once a pathogen or a biological agent is airborne in a pressurized cabin at 35,000 feet, the options for containment become dramatically limited. The recirculated air, the close quarters, and the extended duration of international flights create conditions that are almost ideal for transmission. Airports are therefore investing heavily in the idea of the perimeter as the primary line of defense. The security checkpoint, which most travelers think of purely in terms of explosives and prohibited items, is increasingly being reimagined as a comprehensive health and safety gateway. The integration of biological screening into airport security raises important questions about privacy, consent, and the boundaries of what governments and security agencies are permitted to do in the name of public safety. When a swab is taken from your water bottle, it is collecting biological material. In theory, that material could contain traces of your own deoxyribonucleic acid. Most current protocols are designed to analyze only for specific threat markers and not to retain or analyze personal genetic information, but the potential for mission creep is real and worth watching. Civil liberties organizations have already begun raising concerns about the expansion of biometric and biological data collection at borders and airports. The conversation about where to draw the line between security and privacy is one that societies will need to have openly and honestly as these technologies become more widespread. At the same time, the reality of the threat landscape cannot be ignored. The same interconnectedness that makes global travel one of the great achievements of modern civilization also makes it one of the most significant vectors for the spread of biological harm, whether that harm is intentional or natural. The water bottle swab, strange and unexpected as it might feel in the moment, is a small symbol of a much larger reckoning. It represents the point at which the infrastructure of travel has had to confront the full complexity of the world it operates in. The next time you stand in that security line and an officer reaches for your bottle, you will know exactly what they are looking for and why it matters far more than it might appear.